That's right. I'm here with Astra herself, the founder of Astra's Dance Studio, and we're going to do a little belly dancing today. Astra, can you tell us what is belly dancing exactly?
Belly dancing is an art, and it's now recognized by the Arts Association. And it was designed by ladies hundreds of years ago, assisting when a woman was going into labor. They would do the undulating moves to bring life into the world. They would assist with the breathing, because I don't think they had drugs those days. So yeah, that's how it originated. And legend has it that it originated in India, but then the Egyptians say no, it originated there, or at least they refined it. But the gypsies carried it through Europe, and they would use the coins tied onto their scarves, to their belts, and that was sort of their tips. So they brought it around to Europe, to Egypt, to Morocco, to Greece, to Turkey, of course. Got everybody into it, and it became pretty popular. So I have always said I need to send Shakira a little thank you, or a big thank you, because really it helped our studio a lot. And you know, we get all sorts of different ages. Probably that was one of your questions. Different age groups, you know. We get the younger girls that have followed Shakira. We get the more mature ladies that everyone has their own reason for taking this art, taking up belly dancing. Some people just want to do it for their own, you know, just to feel good, because it's such a feel-good exercise.
It's exciting. I mean, we all like to work out, and we all need to work out to stay healthy, but it seems like belly dancing does it in a more sensual, kind of feminine way. So, I mean, what has the response been like from your students or from other people you've talked to about this art?
The response is incredible. People just love it, and they start and they say, oh, you know, it's easy, I'm just going to go and shake. And then, you know, then they say, oh, this is not as easy as we thought, but we sure love doing it. So they just continue coming. The first 10 weeks are the hardest, because that's when you learn to isolate the body. And then once you start to isolate the body, then you can get into really enjoying the music and learning a routine as a group, and then having an opportunity to perform. Yeah, so the response is great. Like, we have so many ladies that that just come here and they just enjoy just to have an hour away from home, away from their, you know, we all have stress in our life, so just to get away and have fun, and they make great friends. They meet other ladies that have the same interest. And yeah.
So it's a great time to work out, socialize. And, you know, for someone who's had no maybe training or isn't too physically active, I mean, is it advisable to start belly dancing?
I would say, if people say to me, you know, I have a problem with my hip, or I have a problem with my breathing, I always say, well, make sure you check with your family doctor, your physician, and just tell him that you're going to be doing belly dancing. And it does get pretty intensive, because you do the shimmies, which you can
see in the back.
Well, these are the accents, but then they go really fast. So it's like it's a cardio workout. So I always say, make sure that you check with your physician, make sure it's okay.
Now, what's the most rewarding part for you as a teacher to do this? Now, you've been doing this for quite a while, so you're no stranger to this.
No, I have a passion, of course, obviously, for the art, but also for people. Like, I love teaching this art, and I love to, I'm always learning. I'm learning from my students. I'm learning patience. And I'm just learning to love, you know, how people love something, and then you love that. Like, it's just an amazing feeling. I get a lot out of teaching. I'm very blessed.
Now,
yeah.
What kind of, you know, if we talk a little bit about the studio, so what kind of, you know, lessons do you provide? Do you have different styles of belly dancing for those of us who are not too familiar with the art?
Okay, we provide group classes as well as private lessons. We have the Egyptian cabaret style. We also do a ballady, more a folkloric style. We're also going to be having summer classes, tribal, which is it's a different form. It's the same branch of the same art, so to speak. And so there are ladies that are very interested in the American tribal style belly dance, and that's another. Yeah, and we've also integrated yoga. Belly dancing moves through the chakras, which is great. It helps so you know which muscle group you're going to be using for the belly dancing.
Now, I mean, aside from the physical aspect about it, why should people try it? Why do women love doing this so much?
They love doing this so much because when you're dancing and exercising, I'm sure you've heard of this, you release an endorphin, and it's a happy pill. It's a natural high. And so you're like right into it, and you release these endorphins, and then you feel great.
If you had to tell someone at home who's maybe a little shy or reserved to get out there and, move their hips, what would you say to them to bring them to Astras Dance Studio?
Well, I would just say, come and try it. You don't need to join until after the first class. You can have your class, and then you can join afterwards. You can feel very comfortable. No one judges here. We do not put out the vibe to be like competitive. So they're not here competing with someone that could be, like maybe a lot more in shape or a lot whatever. Just come and try it and see what you think.
So they say, try a class, practice makes perfect, and in a few minutes, I'm going to be shaking my hips with Astra and her girls. I'm here with Aziza, one of the instructors at Astras Dance Studio, and she's been showing us some few moves, showing us how to shimmy and move our hips. Can you tell us a little bit about the routine that we just saw?
Well, what we did was we were doing some classical Egyptian cabaret style dance moves, which is what we teach here at Astras Dance Studio. Popular traveling moves like the Egyptian walk and some hip rolls, getting the energy moving, toning the pelvic floor and the abdominals at the same time.
And how long have you been teaching belly dancing?
I've been teaching for about 7 years and dancing with Astra for almost 8. I started teaching with her shortly after. My passion for belly dance was almost immediate, so I moved pretty quickly.
Now, when you started, were you as good as what you are now?
Definitely not. I think that when you start anything, the key is to have patience with your body and with your abilities, and especially when it comes to something like dance, that practice is very important. Our muscles are not used to working certain ways, and so when we're learning moves, it's important to practice them so that our muscles build some memory around them, and then it starts to feel a little bit more natural. Yeah.
Now, aside from the physical aspect, I mean, what's the most rewarding thing for you as an instructor when it comes to your students?
I think that the most rewarding thing is seeing students improve over time with the practice and in the classes. And just making little adjustments to the body so that they know where to feel the movements, so that they know which muscles they're actually using and isolating. And then the feeling that I get of satisfaction when a student feels like they're doing it right.
You don't even feel like you're working out. You feel like you're dancing, having a good time. So
you are dancing and having a good time.
Now, aside from the in-studio stuff, do you and your team, do you go outside and do anything in the community?
Yeah, a few of the instructors here at Astras Dance Studio are available for performances. We perform at weddings, bridal showers, we'll do baby showers and parties, or special events through corporations or businesses. And we do those often, and we love doing that. Performing is one of my favorite parts of the dance. Yeah.
We love seeing you perform, and you saw us do some routines earlier, so we're going to put it all together and do a nice dance number for you.
Right and left. We're going to walk. And back. And forward. And back.
Over the last 5 years, belly dancing has shaken up the world of fitness. So if you're looking for something new and exciting, why not give it a try? For Social Life and Peel, I'm Angela Hoyos.